In a major blow to United States President Donald Trump, a court has found his former campaign manager Paul Manafort guilty of several counts of financial fraud, including tax evasion. Manafort was also found guilty of failing to disclose his foreign bank account details. The political consultant headed Trump's presidential campaign team from June to August 2016. Another former Trump aide to plead guilty to tax and banking fraud was Michael Cohen. The former lawyer of Donald Trump accepted the charges of financial crimes, charges including campaign funds violations that were leveled against him. Cohen testified that Trump directed him to commit a crime by arranging payments ahead of the 2016 presidential elections to silence two women who claimed to have had affairs with Trump. Prosecutors began investigating Cohen after receiving a tip-off from the special counsel Robert Mueller, who is heading the Russia collusion probe. US President Donald Trump tried to distance himself from the Manafort verdict, saying that it did not involve him. Notably, Trump also says that the verdict does not prove that Russian collusion took place during the 2016 US presidential polls. Trump reiterates that the verdict was part of an ongoing witch hunt and that he felt sad for his former attorney. Turkey has filed complaint against the United States in World Trade Organization for Washington's additional import tariffs on its steel and aluminium products. Turkey states that Trump administration's actions are inconsistent and asks for a consultation. According to the regulation, the two countries have 60 days to resolve the dispute, or else the case would be handed over to WTO's dispute department. Coming as a setback to the plans of complete denuclearization of the Korean peninsula, the United Nations nuclear watchdog has said that it did not find any indication that North Korea had stopped its nuclear activities. The International Atomic Energy Agency has expressed grave concerns over Pyongyang's continuing nuclear exercise. Nicolas Maduro-led Venezuelan government has issued a new currency in an attempt to bolster its crumbling economy. The move comes as thousands of Venezuelans continue to flee across the border into neighboring countries amid food and medicine shortages, political turmoil and soaring crime rates. Venezuelan President Maduro has hailed the step as a revolutionary formula. Dozens of illegal Venezuelan migrants fleeing economic misery in their homeland for a new life elsewhere continue to stream across the border from Colombia into Ecuador. The authorities appear to have allowed them entry despite strict passport rules. More than 1 million of Venezuelans have found refuge in neighboring Colombia in the past 1 year, but some of them have migrated to Peru and Brazil as well. A 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck the northern coast of Venezuela, shaking buildings as far away as the capital city of Caracas. There were no immediate reports of casualties or damage following the quake, but the United States Pacific Tsunami Center said that the earthquake was powerful enough to cause a minor tsunami. The Taliban fired rockets towards the presidential palace in the Afghan capital of Kabul. The incident took place when Afghan President Ashraf Ghani was delivering his message on the occasion of Eid al-Adha. The army retaliated by bombing the home from where the rockets were reportedly launched. The attack comes just a day after Taliban rejected Ghani's ceasefire deal. Meanwhile, the Afghan security forces say that all the attackers have been killed. Firefighters and emergency workers combed the creek beds downstream from a gorge where a sudden downpour led to flash floods, sweeping away tourists in the southern Italian region of Calabria, killing at least 10 people. Over 23 people were rescued after being caught by the unexpected rush of water, rocks and mud. A dozen of injured tourists have also been admitted in local hospitals. Prime Minister of Czech Republic was booed by a crowd in Prague during a commemoration ceremony of the 50th anniversary of the Soviet-led suppression of the Prague Spring of 1968. A group of protesters made reference to the leader's alleged cooperation with the Czechoslovakia secret police during the communist rule. However, the Czech Prime Minister says that today's communists were part of a democratic party which was not influenced by Russia or any other foreign power. The Chinese Defense Minister has arrived in the Indian capital city of New Delhi. In his first visit after the Doklam standoff, General Wei will also have in-depth exchanges with his counterpart, Nirmala Sitharaman, during the visit, which has been billed as an important visit by officials on both sides to improve communications between the militaries of India and China. WhatsApp CEO Chris Daniels met with Indian Information and Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad in the Indian capital of New Delhi. The government has asked the social media giant to appoint a grievance officer to address concerns around fake news on its messaging platform, which has led to horrific crimes like mob lynching. The government also asked the American tech giant to comply with the Indian law. Mumbai city's famous dabbawalas, who are known for delivering homemade lunch and tiffin boxes to thousands of office goers with clockwork precision, delivered relief material for the flood-affected people in the southern Indian state of Kerala. A team of dabbawalas was seen packing various medicines, packs of ORS solutions and sacks of rice meant for the people stranded in the flood-ravaged state. Residents of the northern Indian city of Amritsar paid their tributes to Kerala flood victims by lighting earthen lamps. The residents say that they had also organized donation drives to help the flooded southern state in kind. Similar ceremony was organized in the city of Dehradun as well. In a heart-rending moment, a family visited their flood-damaged home in Kerala for the first time since the deadly floods forced them to take refuge at a shelter camp. Upon returning, the family received a rousing welcome by its emotional dogs, whom it was not able to carry on the night disaster struck the state. A joint team of American and Peruvian archaeologists have made new discoveries at a renowned UNESCO World Heritage Site in Peru. The researchers unearthed burial sites, underground galleries and ceramics at the site, which predated the Inca civilization. The excavation used modern technology, including robots with built-in micro cameras, to explore the underground passageways. A Mexican city has broken the Guinness Book of World broken the Guinness record for the largest bead mosaic in the world. The mosaic was made by using colorful beads weighing over 2 tons. The mosaic was painstakingly created over a period of nearly 3 months by 15 artisans who used 450 kilograms of small plastic beads in the process. The resulting mosaic depicted a couple wearing the traditional Mexican attires. Worshippers gathered at dawn to pray at the historic Al-Aqsa compound in Jerusalem during the first day of the Eid al-Adha. Muslims across the world celebrated the Eid festival by visiting the tombs of their loved ones.